Hello, I'm Jarrell. I'm not a reviewer, and I'm not a YouTube. Uh, I'm not a YouTuber. This is the Kmise Banjolele, which I just got this morning. I'm very excited. If you can't tell from the look on my face, I am absolutely ecstatic. I couldn't be any happier. This is a this is a great instrument. This is a pack that cost about 112 Australian dollars. It came with this quite a decent bag. It's got some padding in it, which is better than the Carrera bags that come with their instruments that are quite flimsy. Um, this I'd be comfortable, sort of taking this to a country music club and dragging it along. It's padded. Sort of look at it there. Look at it. Look at it. It's okay. It's got a pocket. You can fit some things in there. This pack came with a tuner that you can clamp up there. It came with picks. It came with a strap with flames on it that I don't personally like. It's not my style. So if you guys can click the like button, help me get to 50 million likes on this video. I'll be doing a giveaway for this strap, and if we can get my channel to 30 million subscribers, I'll do a face reveal in the next video. So that's quite fun. Picks, I don't know why you would use a pick with this. It's not really designed for a pick. So I play a bit of banjo and I play guitar. I had a ukulele years ago. Or ukulele, I suppose is the right way to say it. And I never really played it seriously. I just thought it was a cute instrument, but I would like to start playing it a bit more seriously now. So just off the bat, for my review, do I recommend this? Absolutely. Absolutely. I've seen sales that are like around the $95 mark, 90, something like that, but they don't include the tuner, the bag. It also includes this ruler, which helps you align the bridge. I use this as a starting point. You set that in there, but I actually had to slide my bridge back a little bit to get the intonation right. So that's not a big deal. And the strings that it come with, I'm not an ukulele player, so I don't know the difference between a good or bad string. The strings that it came with, they didn't feel great to me. They didn't really sound fantastic. And this string broke while I was tuning it up. Luckily, the set came with an extra pack of strings, and so I was able to replace that. You don't tie it like a standard ukulele. You sort of tie a knot in the string and you slide it up through the tailpiece there. If you'd like to have a look, there you go. That's quite fun. And that wasn't difficult to do. That was quite easy. The bridge, I like the bridge, quite nice. The Carrera instruments, I got a Carrera banjo, and it came with a bridge that wasn't so great. This sounds good to me. It comes with a tool to adjust the tension, so it only took a couple minutes. See, that's quite even there. Let's try this side. Okay, so this side's that's a little flatter. I'll tighten this a little bit later, but it's easy to adjust that. It comes with a tool. You just tighten these, and you try to make sure everything has even tension. And I've read on forums, there's a joke. When do I know I have the right amount of tension on my banjo head? You just tighten it until it breaks, and then you loosen it a little bit. So don't break it, I think was the message there. I'll have to check some videos on what the right height is. Again, I'm not. This is my first one of these bad boys. I don't know if that's the right height or not. I don't really have a problem with the intonation or playing it until you get about here, and your tonality suffers a little bit up here. And that's where I think that's not a sound that I would want to make around other people. But on these other strings, they're quite good. This used the re-entrant tuning, so it was the high G, C, E, A. And then there's a really cool ukulele player, and he recommended he's got a cool channel, and he said he puts the linear style, which is the lower G. So I took the extra, this guy, the number 1, 2, 3, the number 3 string, and so I replaced that high string with the extra string in there, and so it can be linear, so it's a lower on that. And I kind of tuned it sharp because it's still stretching. Obviously, I just got this morning. Let me just see if I can get it close here. And I quite like having it in the linear tuning. I'm sure there are many purists that will say, oh no, that's not how you play an ukulele. Well, I'm not a purist. I'm going to be using this instrument to record in my studio, and I want to have as much range and dynamic options open to me. So and it's just nice having that extra bit of lower notes down there. So I've made a slight modification on mine. I'd heard about this from other channels, and that is I inserted washers. So there's screws on the back of the resonator here. By the way, this material, the build quality is really fantastic. I have no complaints whatsoever about the build. The material, wow, it's really beautiful. It's such a nice instrument to look at. It's an absolute delight to hold. The neck feels very pleasant. I believe it's sapele is the name of the wood. I'm not a woodologist. I don't know what that is. The fretboard, it looks a little dry, and I'll probably condition it with a bit of lemon oil when I get the chance. And the membrane here had low tension when it was delivered, probably a storage and delivery thing. So it only took a couple of minutes to tighten that up. I don't really know anything on the ukulele. It has a nice soft sound. I really love the tone of this thing. It's really fantastic. The reason why I inserted those washers, other people have said, oh, you get more volume out of it. I didn't do it for the volume, and I'm not necessarily hearing a huge difference in projection, but I opened that up because I wanted more clarity, particularly once you get to around here. When that came just the way it was shipped, it was totally sealed. It was very muddy. I felt the chords were quite muddy as well. And having that open just lets the air flow through. When you create vibrations, if you've ever held your hand in front of like a speaker and you hear, it makes a big booming sound, you feel air moving through. That's how sound works. Sound travels through air. And having that open just helps with clarity a little bit. I'm not a sound doctor. Don't cite me on that. That's my experience with it. I've opened it up and I'm much happier with the clarity of the instrument. It has it's a very pleasant, soft sound. It's not exactly a banjo. You can tell it's not a banjo. And I picked this thing up because I wanted something that had the twang of a banjo but softer and more mellow. and something that wasn't quite as smooth and buttery as a standard ukulele. But I'm waiting on one of those to be delivered as well, a standard one with a standard body. So I'll play this close to the mic. I mean, there's there's no point in playing a sample really, because phone microphones aren't really fantastic, are they? I'll just play it close to the mic and we'll see. I really like with the linear tuning that has a lower G. And the reason being is you can just sort of reach down. There's just a couple songs that are now possible when you have that low G. Again, I used a string that was included in the pack. It's still stretching a fair bit. It does get a little bit drowned out by the other strings if you're strumming, because that's not really the pitch that it's meant to be tuned at. But it's good enough. I'm sure you could get a thicker gauged string that's more appropriate for that one. To do that, I had to use my my filing set to adjust the nut. I had to widen that a little bit, and then on the bridge I had to widen it a little bit. It took a couple minutes. Very easy, barely an inconvenience. One thing I noticed when I was watching reviewers and videos about this, I noticed that in the videos the sound was quite muffled. And I know people are filming these on their phones. Phone microphones are not great. In person, it sounds way better in person. It doesn't matter what it sounds like in this video. It is going to sound more muffled. But in person, when you have the actual, you're hearing it resonate, the instruments projecting, it has a great sound. It's nice and clear. It is quite loud. It's very pleasant. I could listen to this for hours, I think. So in terms of manufacturing, it's fantastic. I'm very happily will be purchasing more instruments from this brand. I've not really noticed any particular flaws. It looks great. It feels fantastic. It's much, much, much higher build quality than the Carrera Banjo, 5-string banjo that I got. And it's great. It comes with all the stuff that you need to get started. I hope this was useful to you. I'm sure other videos are way more useful, but if there's anything that I've added to the conversation that helps you make up your mind on this thing, I'm glad. I hope that you are happy and healthy wherever you are in life, and I hope that you and your loved ones are doing great. So keep a smile on your face and play some music or something. I'm going to do another review, so hopefully you'll stick around, and then we will take a look at another instrument. See ya!